Let's make history. Baychester, which is a neighborhood in the northeast Bronx, had a tradition on Sundays back in the 1800s going into the early 1900s, where all the fishermen in the Bronx would gather on Sundays right along the Hutchinson River. It would be hundreds of boats. They would go and fish, and it became like an event for the locals. And the city was even going to build docks to facilitate this activity, but it never happened. But this is how the neighborhood and community of Baychester was born. It was a fishing village for many, many years. Then it was part of Westchester County. The first signs of life were a few houses scattered along Baychester Avenue. Baychester Avenue, which was then called Main Avenue. And that was it. That was the entire neighborhood of Baychester for years. Then, in around 1916, approaching the roaring 20s, it began to spill into the other streets surrounding Baychester Ave. Central Avenue was renamed Stillwell Avenue. St. Mary's was renamed DeRimer Avenue. And St. Agnes was changed to Palmer Ave. After the New York City subway expanded to this area, large numbers of Black West Indians from the Caribbean began to settle in the Northeast Bronx. These new residents actually had higher literacy rates and education than Black people who were already here. There's a huge concentration of West Indians in a subsection of the western side of Baychester, known as the Valley. But it was originally, before it was called Baychester for many years, it was referred to as the Given Homestead, or sometimes Given Basin. The neighborhood stopped expanding in the 1950s. Then in the 1960s began the construction of Co-op City, which is somewhat like a subsection of Baychester, but at the same time, it's kind of its own thing.